let's be honest, Dybala is at the moment a better version of Ronaldo. He has outscored Ronaldo. He is doing things that I have never seen since his transfer to Juventus in 2015 for 40 million from Palermo. This is a guy who looks like he belongs, who's happy to take risks, who's happy to be beaten up and get back on his feet, which is, at one point, I wasn't even sure he understood that football was a contact game. I mean, this was a guy that I was very hard on. But this is a whole new level of I honestly, I didn't even think it was possible watching him. But that goal, without that goal, I'm not entirely sure Juve would have won.
Can I get, I'd be interested to hear from both of you, like, theories for why Dybala is playing like this all of a sudden. Because I was watching that free kick back. I mean, I watched it a lot of times because it's an incredible free kick. It's so much fun. But one of the things that really struck me about it when you watch the replays back is just his face before he takes it. Like, he looks up and you see that he sees it. You see that he's thinking to himself, I can do this. And he glances down and he just has this smirk. And he just looks like a guy who's feeling himself. Like, he looks like, like, I am.
Did you see Sani?
Like,
it was like,
I can do this.
Are you actually going to try this?
Yeah. and I feel like that has been absent from Dybala for a while. That,
Forever.
like, sense of... I feel like the last time I remember thinking that I saw him like this was when you used to see him and Pogba training together, because they had a bromance. Like, they were buds. They used to hang out and have fun and lark around. And I think that there's something to that spirit of him having fun that is, because his technical ability never went away. I know you've had your sort of doubts about him, Mina, but he's always been able to,
in terms of technical
strike
ability,
the ball
you
beautifully.
could always see that he had it. It's just that he didn't take risks before.
So what's changed?
I think it's his love life, if I'm honest. I think that he is somebody who reminds me a lot of Alvaro Morata, in the sense that when he feels settled at home and he feels happy in his life and he feels like he can be confident, he's a different type of man.
Sorry, for those of us who don't follow his private life,
right.
Can you guys, because I had no idea about this, so what happened?
Okay, so he has a new girlfriend, and rather than being sort of, like they like to say, a regular wag, she is famous in her own right. She's huge in Argentina. She's a singer, songwriter, a bunch of things. Has her own followers, has her own sort of like fan club.
Like Wanda had her own followers and fan club,
Yes.
and she was such a good influence on
Mauro Icardi. But the difference with her is, like, as in, when Dybala first contacted her, apparently she didn't know who he was, because she's that much bigger than he is, in Argentina at least. I don't know what it is, but he seems to feel like she makes him feel stronger. I don't think he felt that in any other of his relationships. I also think that he has a mental coach, akin to what Bonucci had as well in the very beginning at Juventus, who's helped him sort of get through that horrible feeling in the summer when the team were trying to sell him, where there was all this talk about where he's going to end up. He brought somebody on so that he can renew his self-esteem, and I think that's also worked wonders. But really, I think it's what you and I were discussing on WhatsApp when you were trolling me after he scored. And
I don't know how long I get to keep doing that. How long can I keep texting Mina every time Dybala scores a goal and going, look, he scored a goal.
But what we were like, what we were saying is, maybe it's the fact that Allegri's gone.
I don't know. I mean, I go back to me the most remarkable part of the story, and like the goal, it was nice and it was tight angle. I think Jan Oblak, when he looks back at it, and for me, Oblak is the best goalkeeper in the world, or thereabouts.
I agree.
He's not going to be happy. I don't care how tight it was. It's still such a stupid angle that, as a goalkeeper, you've been fooled if the guy scores.
Mm-hmm. Do you really think so?
Yeah, if you're Jan Oblak, yeah.
Okay.
If you're Chesney.
But the forward gets some credit for the fooling.
No. Look, he's got such a tiny space where you can put it. Oblak doesn't see the ball go, and whatever. Credit to all these people. He just doesn't
think anyone would be that confident to
do it.
Yeah,
no, absolutely. But you still get annoyed at yourself. It's like when Tadic scored that goal last year. Against was it Real Madrid or whoever it was, where he shot from like a million. That stupid free kick. I mean.
Yeah.
But I still think the most amazing part of this, is that he wasn't supposed to be there, and this applies to so many players in Juve, and this is why I'm so critical in some ways of them. All these guys were for sale, right? Higuain, Dybala, Emre Can, Khedira, Matuidi. Even at one point, we were like, "Oh, is he technical enough?" Oh no, look, we have Ramsey, or we have Rabiot. Come on, man, these people can't carry Matuidi's jock. Like, seriously? And I think the credit has to go to Sarri for getting these people back, but also to them, because they seized the opportunity. Dybala could have sulked his way. Dybala was supposed to be at Spurs right now or Manchester United, and it would have been different. And maybe one day we'll find out the real story about why he stayed, whether it was a mental coach, whether it was a girlfriend, whether it was Solskjaer's halitosis, I don't know. But he ended up staying in Turin, and he made such the difference.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.